Welcome to another episode of Music Musings. I'm your host, Eric. With me is Pat. Pat, how are we feeling today?
Feeling good, feeling a little groggy, but I'm excited. It's spring's here.
Don't say that yet.
Well, the snowbanks are gone, so I'm starting to feel. It's been warm today. I'm kind of excited. We're recording this on Sunday, and I'm feeling the weather. I'm spring. Please, just come a little earlier if you can. That'd be fantastic. No more snow, please.
Yeah.
I never want to see snow again for a very long time.
We're in the 60s today, and
Yeah.
I'm very excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
hope it stays like that. It's supposed to be like this all week, which I'm really happy about.
Yes. I love that.
And who knows? Maybe spring is here, but I don't want to say it because
You don't want to jinx it. You don't want to jinx it.
you never know.
All right. That was on me. I jinxed it a little
Could
bit.
be a jinx. This
Yeah.
has happened before where it was like 60, and then all of a sudden,
Mm.
snowstorms.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah,
So-
you're right. I don't want to jinx it. Let's just enjoy the warm weather for once.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Let's just do that.
Yeah.
Well, here we are. We're in person today, which is really nice,
Mhm.
not virtually. So we're here to talk today about music rivalries,
Mm.
breaking down some of the legends of certain genres and how they either had some rivalries, maybe not always directly, but just
Mhm.
how they competed with each other during that time.
Mhm.
Give our thoughts around that. And yeah, I mean, I'm kind of interested. There's a lot of
Mm.
bands here, artists that had very heated rivalries, and
Yeah.
then also just, I wouldn't say direct rivalries, but they were definitely competing for the top spot of the billboards at the same time,
Mhm.
Shows, money. So I'm excited to dig in.
Yeah, so am I. Some of these are favorites. Some I'm going to be a little biased on. Some of it Derek might be a little biased on, but we're interested to hear how these artists, like their rivalry during their careers has defined eras, has defined how music's culture shaped and formed today, even today. So we'll get into all that. And I'm just pumped, very excited, but before we dive in, I was wondering, let's talk about the new music that's been released
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
The anticipated Harry Styles album, Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally.
Mm,
I'm listening to it. I don't have an opinion yet.
Okay.
I don't want to jinx it, but I'm not 100% as, and like, I guess the punchline of this album hasn't hit me yet, if that makes sense. Because
Sure.
I'm still feeling like these songs feel not as polished, I guess is the word I'm looking at, but
Okay.
looking for, should I say. But yeah, have you ever had the chance to listen to it yet? Or?
I've heard a little bit of it,
Mhm.
and yeah, I'm kind of waiting on. I need to listen to it a few more times before
Yeah.
I can give my thoughts about it.
Yeah, same
So-
here, same here.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah. What else we had? We had Jennifer Lopez and David Guetta. They dropped a single,
Oh,
"Save Me Tonight." It's okay. I'm not trying to disrespect J Lo or David Guetta, they're both respective in their own rights, but it felt like the song personally from David Guetta. I'm not production wise. I was expecting a little bit better. Maybe that's it. It's just
Yeah.
it wasn't really anything outstanding about it,
Okay.
but maybe I'm just biased. So because I usually hear such a more like anthem related from him, but I think this song is okay, and I think that's where I feel about it. But
Okay.
nonetheless, it's good. But
I haven't heard it, so I don't know, but I'll listen to it
Yeah,
just to hear it.
we can, and we'll add it to the music playlist on
playlist.
Spotify and App Music.
Mhm.
But I just personally, I was a little. It felt lackluster, and that's
Okay.
just how I felt about it.
Yeah.
The Temper Trap, another song they released, the Temper Trap, Into the Wild, a new single, pretty good so far. Still letting it try to grow on me. Shakira, Beal, there's a song called Agua Tu.
Oh.
It's really good.
Mhm.
I personally like the production. Whoever was the production on this was extremely well. Shakira did a very good job. The other artist, Beal, who I'm not as familiar with, also Colombian. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good song. But
Okay.
yeah, just I thought I'd drop on some new songs for people to come out that came out this week so that we can, broaden our, horizons.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Let's talk about what we've been listening to
Oh yeah, yeah,
this week.
please. Yeah, you go first, please.
So I've been in my 2000s emo era
Okay.
this week.
Mhm.
So starting that off with a band called Finch
Mm.
with a song called "What It Is to Burn."
Mm.
A lot of emotion there.
Yeah.
A lot of yelling. Just
Yeah.
early 2000s emotion emo music. So
Mm.
been into that, and then I've been listening to The Dangerous Summer,
Mm.
alternative punk band, song called "Permanent Rain." It's a great song. Fantastic drumming, in my opinion.
Mm.
I mean, that's just always what I'm going to listen to first,
Dang.
and just a good. It's a good summer song.
Yeah.
I'll say that it's a good summer song. So if you've never heard The Dangerous Summer, check them out. This is a really good song by them. So
Mm.
and then been feeling Logic
Ooh.
a lot lately.
Yeah.
So one of these songs that really shows off his ability is called 100 Miles and Running.
Mm.
He's a great lyricist,
Mm.
and his technical ability is beyond most.
Yeah.
What I would consider. So
No, Logic is a good choice. I remember listening to him when he was upcoming and he was releasing mixtapes, and I was saying to everyone like this guy, like this is like early 2010s. I was following a lot of careers of a lot of the artists that we are considering the popular ones, like Mac Miller, uh, you know, RIP. But like a lot of these at the time, they were like competing in the mixtape era, and Logic was releasing a lot of mixtapes, and I think he was like really good. And I knew he was, even this was like early 2010s, I knew he would be a giant. I knew, yeah, with the lyrical ability, the way he approaches music, the way he approaches creativity and artistry, he's always been, and I'm not surprised. And I'm happy that, you know, his music is still charting and still, having a lot of, he has a very good core fan base, but that was just really interesting. I'm glad you said that one.
And I think he retired. Like I remember him saying,
Yeah.
he's done.
Yeah.
And he came out with like, I don't know, 4 albums, 4 or
He-
5.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I'm done.
Yeah, he goes back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and it's because he loves, he's a musician. Even though he's a rapper, he's a musician. He does produce a little bit.
Yeah.
And he obviously loves it so much. It's hard for him to just put the mic down, the pen down, and put
Call
the
it a
keyboard
day.
away. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's true.
Um, and then been listening to Bayside,
Mm-hmm.
who is my favorite band of all time. Any Bayside song, but I've been listening a lot to Devotion Desire. They recently remastered or re-recorded actually one of their first albums, and I really enjoyed it because they didn't just remaster it; they recorded every single song on the album. So not only does it sound better just because audio technology has improved, but they added a few little changes here and there to their first songs they recorded as a band. So it's cool.
Interesting.
So I've been listening to that a lot lately.
That's good.
Yeah. So that's my rotation. What about you?
Recently, the past week, I've been listening to a little bit more of the Bruno Mars, the Romantic album, particularly the song "God Was Showing Off" and "Cha Cha Cha." I think it's great. Yeah, I'm still letting it grow on me. I'm
Right.
I like it. I still, like I said before, we said in the last episode, I think there was still much. I wanted a little bit more creativity, but these 2 songs have been rocking with me in my rotation. I can't let it go. Another one was Leon Thomas. Everybody knows him for was it a Mutt?
Yep.
He has a song with Baby Rose called "Friends Again." It's a good, smooth R&B. If you know Leon Thomas, it's just exactly around the same range. It's smooth. It's mellow. It's R&B at its core.
Right.
And I love that. Another artist I've been listening to is Jamie Foxx, "Somebody," and this is like a single he released around Valentine's Day.
Wow.
And he hasn't really made music in a very long time, and people think of Jamie Foxx as an actor, as a comedian, and people forget sometimes he's also a very good singer. He's a really good singer. And this is a single that he dropped. I don't know if there's an album coming or not, but I've been rocking with this a little bit. It has that early 2000s R&B a little bit. Like it just feels slow. It's smooth. The bass line drags. It's great. I love it. And last but not least, The Little Yachty Diana Gordon song "Drive Me Crazy." But listening to it, to me, it's a great carpool song.
Okay.
Yeah, me and Elise, we were playing this, and I was we were singing it.
Yeah.
The chorus in sync. It was fantastic. It's just a good song.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what's been rocking in my rotation this past week.
Cool.
Yeah.
So let's jump in to our main topic today: rivalries in modern music. It's definitely interesting to see, how band artists form these rivalries, whether it's based on just competition or is it based on, who wants to do better, who wants to get more money, who wants that top spot at the billboards. So it's interesting to see how these rivalries develop for these awards, spots at the, in the charts, headlines, or just to get that recognition of like, I'm the most popular artist in the world right now. So it really is interesting. And a lot of these rivalries actually start to define who these bands are. And we're going to talk about a few of them today, whether it's, boy band versus boy band, artist versus artist. It really, not only, I think it's good for us, the listeners, because it really produces great music because they are in a competition with each other.
Yeah.
And sometimes that pressure really adds great music.
Yeah. Iron sharpens iron. Like it's, I think the fans in general and music in general just benefits between whether a little rivalry can help like bring the best out of their creativity, whether it's songwriting, whether it's production, whether it's like just technical aspects. Like we as fans and listeners of music just get to enjoy these two, like on the, I'm not saying using a sport reference, but on the court, they're locked in trying to outdo the other, trying to perform better or whatever they can to just prove that they're, the top artists of that time. So it is, I love that. I always believe in music is great with people competing with one another. You have producers and you have artists that are just constantly trying to be better, always trying to push the envelope, and nothing else will challenge someone when you have someone that's like almost just as good as you,
right,
or even better.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So let's get into the first, I guess, pair here. So the battle for pop royalty, and we have two huge heavyweights. We have Madonna versus Janet Jackson.
I
mean,
those names alone,
right,
are household names.
Yes, everyone knows these names, regardless.
100%.
So, do you want to introduce the artists?
Sure. So, okay, we talk. Everybody knows Madonna, and everybody knows Janet Jackson. But when we talk about Madonna in terms of pop and the '80s, she came out with massive hits. We're talking about like a Prayer, and Vogue, which pretty much was like the hits that launched her career, if that would probably be the correct term. Yeah. So and then you have Janet Jackson, who comes from a family, you could say a family of artists and legacy, such as, obviously Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5, etc. She was the youngest sibling, and she was dropping, hits. I think Rhythm Nation in 1814. I think my favorite song from Janet Jackson will always personally be That's the Way Love Goes. I don't know about you. It's just, I remember hearing it when I was young, and it just hit me like a train. There was so much like, that all for you. That was a little bit later, I believe. Actually, I think that's 90s.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, these two were some of the best artists in the 80s. And I wanted to just say that I think I'm a little biased. As much as I do love Madonna, I'm going to have to pick Janet Jackson on this one.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I just
Wow.
I hope that didn't upset certain people, but that's just where I feel. But how do you feel about this between those two?
It's hard. I think it is difficult because although they both came from that pop world,
Yeah.
their structure and their songs and their inspiration and influences, I think, were a little bit different. Because I think like Madonna was more influenced by, 80s, 90s dance music.
Right.
And later in her career, she got into like the 2000s, like electronic music.
Yeah.
Where, Janet Jackson was more influenced by a mix of like R&B, pop, sometimes house.
Yes, definitely.
And so their songs were a little bit different, but they were both going for the same thing, to be the biggest artist at the time.
Right.
And they would always kind of take turns at who's number one, especially during the 80s, early 90s.
That's
it
true.
was just them, essentially. And I really like both of them. I do. I think I like both of them for two different reasons. I think.
Agreed. Yeah.
Janet is an entertainer. I mean, they both are, and that's hard. But I think Janet is a better performer live.
Yes.
And I think she's a better dancer. I think she's a better just entertainer.
Yeah.
Madonna knows how to put on a show.
That's true.
But I don't think she's a better dancer. And I don't think she's a better singer. But she knows how to really tell a story in her songs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's tough. I don't know. I think I would.
Well,
I know. I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think,
no!
I think for this one, I'm gonna go.
You have to go Janet.
Yeah. I'm going Janet.
All right. Yeah. I was.
I can't.
Sorry.
It's hard for me to. I could go Madonna on this one. I'm gonna go Janet.
Yeah. And it's to give you. We're both on the right track, but I will give more flowers. I understand. What were you saying about Madonna? And as like being an architect in terms of executing an idea or a vision through performance or songs or just album and projects, she's very good. You were right, absolutely correct. But I felt emotion when I was with Madonna, but I connected with Janet.
Yeah.
There was an honest experience in her music. I don't know if it's because I'm obviously a Michael Jackson fan. And obviously, I might be a little biased, but I think in her own sense, Janet is just I think she doesn't get as much credit, but I think she's a standalone artist. I'm sorry, a standalone titan in her own regards.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. I think Janet Jackson is just a little bit better.
Yeah,
and that's really all it is. I think she's just a little bit better.
Yeah,
so,
there's nothing wrong with like that, but I hope we didn't offend any Madonna fans. I know that we've talked about her before in the past, but it's just on this conversation, it's a little challenging.
Yeah, So let's get into the next pair here.
Okay.
Oof. That's what I'm interested about.
Oh boy, I was waiting for you to read this.
This is a little bit more our age group here.
Yeah,
we're showing our age group, but that's fine.
Yep.
Britney Spears versus Christina Aguilera.
Yeah. See, anyone that knows me know where I stand on this.
Yeah. So I mean,
go for it.
Here we go. Late 90s now, early 2000s. Both of these two young stars were taking over pop radio. Came from that same background, and Disney's, which this could be a whole conversation. This could be a whole podcast. Disney's Mickey Mouse Club. They both came from that at a very young age, where Britney Spears was more polished, dance-driven pop song. We're talking like "Baby One More Time," "Oops, I Did It Again." Where Christina Aguilera had more powerful vocals, R&B influences, "Genie in a Bottle," those big songs. I'm also thinking like "Beautiful" was another one of her big songs. "Dirty," I think was.
I think I'm "Dirty." I think it was this. But
so a little bit different, I would say.
Yeah.
In their songs, there's clear differences.
Yeah.
it's not as like they're not exactly the same.
No.
So, this rivalry is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this. I'm going to say this.
Go for it. Go ahead.
So I wasn't a big fan of either.
Really?
To be quite frank.
Okay.
I mean, because how old was I? I was like 12 when they were big, right?
Yeah, exactly. I know what you mean. Yeah.
So this wasn't my things I liked.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Christina Aguilera.
Oh.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go with her. Again, it's like Britney Spears she was a good performer.
Okay.
She knew how to put on a show.
All right.
Right. But she could not sing.
Okay.
She could not sing.
Fair. You're in terms of range. I'm not going to disagree with you. Not
even range. Just like, have you ever heard a video? And I'm sorry if you liked Britney Spears. Have you ever heard her live? Like any live YouTube video?
I haven't in a long time.
Okay.
No.
Watch one.
Oh boy.
It's not great.
There's backing tracks
there's backing tracks, or she's lip singing, or if she is really singing, it's not good.
Okay.
And that's all I'm gonna say there.
Okay.
Where Christina Aguilera, she has ability.
She
can sing,
yeah.
Very strong vocal ability and range.
Mm.
So I'm gonna go on, Christina Aguilera because she is a great performer.
Mm. Yeah.
Period.
I understand.
Sure.
I'm biased.
Okay.
And I think everyone knows that. I personally enjoy Britney Spears music. I think she's
okay.
I look Toxic, give me more, but Baby One More Time. It's just I can't help it. Those are like when I think pop, I think those.
Okay.
That was my introduction into the real what is pop. And like in my teenage years, obviously I was they were obviously several years into their career at this point, but I enjoyed when I heard Britney Spears. I was like, this is very catchy, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's pop. I associated that as pop music. Like I'm like, when I think that, I think Britney Spears.
Yeah, and I wonder too, because I'm pretty sure, like for Britney Spears at that time, because this was a big period for this. There was a producer, Max Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Like he wrote most of Britney Spears' songs.
Mm-hmm.
Which again, I think you're right. Like her songs were extremely catchy.
Mm-hmm.
It was that bubblegum pop.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly.
Those hooks just
yeah.
reeled you in.
Yeah,
and
right away.
Emptied your pockets to buy those CDs. But no, but I think a lot of that was again like Max Martin.
Right.
Was a fantastic songwriter, producer. He at that time, the early 2000s, he pretty much wrote every pop song on the radio.
Oof.
Like he was the person behind it.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
He also wrote most of, I mean, we're going to talk about these bands next, but like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, he wrote for both those bands. So it's like he's fighting himself.
Yeah, like you saw from success. Like
right. It's like, I'm just going to make money from everyone. I'm just going to write all your songs.
Right. And that's great for, he was a songwriter and producer.
Yeah.
I love that combo personally. But he was, and if you have a formula and you can make hits guaranteed.
Right.
Then obviously, everyone's going to work with you. And, we talked about it before, like someone like a John Bellion, maybe mentioned before in the podcast,
right?
Like, him working with Jonas Brothers and a few other people, like when you have such like, if you have all the right tools, everybody's going to, and then eventually everyone's going to come to you.
Yep.
And then eventually all the music you hear in the radio is just going to be you at the same point.
Yep.
I'm sorry, at one point.
Yeah.
So that is good.
But yeah, I mean, I think I hear what you're saying. I think Britney Spears songs are more catchy or catchier than Christina's. But for me, it's like I would tend more to Christina just because of her abilities.
Yeah. I can sense soul in her music. And which is, I think that's always that's how I always view her music.
Mhm.
is I was like, that is like I feel like raw emotion and soul in
Yeah.
her music. So no disrespect to Aguilera, it's just I lean on the bubblegum pop.
Bubblegum.
Bubblegum pop.
Got
Just
you.
got me.
Reeled you in.
Real immediately.
So
Yeah.
let's get into these boys.
All right. Now
The
here we go.
boys.
The boys.
You got, you got the Backstreet Boys and you got NSYNC. I mean, the ultimate boy band battle.
Yeah. This was going to be a very tough one for me, so please lead the way. I can't.
This is tough.
Yeah.
I mean, if you again, late 90s, early 2000s, we're talking. And actually, I think didn't they both came back recently. I think they're performing again.
Yeah.
So, but this was their time to shine. I mean, both of them dominated just the pop music world at this time.
Yeah.
And I remember it was like one of these four artists at the time were at the top, whether it was Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
Somebody, one of them was at the top.
Yeah.
Like everybody else was under them.
Like I would say a quarter of the radio at the time was their was their discography, basically. Yeah.
But here is a huge rivalry, and they played into it.
Yeah.
And I think when they played into it, it helped sales for both of them.
Yeah, 100%.
And it was very different. You know, NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, I mean, of course there's similarities. They're boy bands.
Yeah.
And they pretty much did the same thing. They just danced, sang. But what I think gave for me, so I guess I'll start here.
Please, go for it.
I'm going to be a Backstreet Boy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Backstreet Boy. Because
go for it.
You know, I think their harmonies were a little bit better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for me, like you got songs, you got like I Want It That Way. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a little tearjerker.
Yeah.
Right? And their album Millennium sold tens of millions of copies. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I think they were just better performers, like dancers.
Really?
I do.
Okay.
And I think they got a little bit more experience because I think they're older than NSYNC.
Yes.
Some of them. I don't think all of them, but like most of them are older than the NSYNC gentlemen.
Yeah, that's true. This and I will and funny thing is obviously I heard of Backstreet Boys, but I heard them first, then NSYNC.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. But even though I Want It That Way will always be a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
I lean NSYNC.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't help it. It's also I'm partially biased. Timberlake. You know.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You see, I just see where I'm going.
I see. I see where it is.
But there's no shade towards Backstreet Boys. They when I think boy band, when we think boy band of 2000s, to me the first group that comes in my mind is Backstreet Boys. Yeah. I will admit that I think overall, I think they're just like the absolute perfect like if you wanted to ask what is a perfect boy band in the 2000s to describe the Backstreet Boys has to be the absolute model of what should be a boy band.
And I remember it was ridiculous at this time because these weren't the only two boy bands.
Right.
There was O-Town.
Okay.
There was like a bunch 98 Degrees.
That one I do remember. I was thinking something Degrees. I couldn't remember
98
the name.
Degrees.
Yeah.
The original, who was before Backstreet and NSYNC? They were I'm blanking on they were the originals.
They were the original of Backstreet Boys. This one is interesting.
Dream Street was another one.
Oh, yeah. I think that was like was that like I think that was a teen pop or something like that. Yeah. I know what you mean. I knew there was a 198 Degrees. That was the other one I was looking in my head. Searching in my head, should I say. But
New Kids on the Block.
How do we miss that?
But they came out in the like 80s.
Yeah. That's what I was like, why did we go blank on that one? Yeah, but those, Because
and they had their time. They were big at their time. And
yes.
then,
So they were I guess, the foundation of what became.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there was other boy bands, but like I think when most people, when you think of early 2000s, like these are the two bands you're going to name.
Mm-hmm.
Most everyone knows who these two bands are.
Right.
The other ones, it's like you kind of got left in the dust. Like you tried. You really tried.
Like at the time, if you weren't Backstreet Boy in 2000 or NSYNC, it was rough.
Yeah.
It was rough.
I mean, 98 Degrees was close. I think they were right there, but
Yeah, like
plus you only had 3 members versus like 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's not the same. Yeah, good.
Come on. And I think 2 of them were brothers or something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
let's get it together here, Nick Lachey.
But yeah. So you lean to Backstreet Boys,
yep.
And I think I lean in Sync for, Timberlake. Just sorry, it's just I just prefer, I mean, don't get me wrong. Want It That Way will always be.
It's a great song.
It's a great song.
But I will agree. I think Bye Bye Bye.
Yeah.
And It's Gonna Be Me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge.
Yeah. Bye Bye Bye. 100%. Come on. You're gonna dance to that. You're gonna dance to it. Right. You can't help it. Yeah. So.
And that was Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
So I mean, there you go. He was there.
Yeah. I just I followed that because ironically that's how I was introduced to him. Like most of us.
Right.
And I followed his career pretty much in the mid 2000s. That was Cry Me, his other singles. When he went solo. Cry Me a River, a few other ones. It was just he was that guy. So that's why I was a little biased.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that was his time to shine.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So
there we go. We let us know who you agree with here.
Yeah.
We need to know. Are you a Backstreet lover, Backstreet Boy lover, or are you an NSYNC lover?
Yeah. Please let us know. Email us at musicmusingspodcast@gmail.com. Come on, give your opinion, and hopefully it's the right one.
All right.
Sorry,
there is a right one. So make sure you go with the right one. Yeah. Okay, and then our final segment here for artists, we have Lady Gaga versus Katy Perry.
Oof.
Pop in the digital age. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So this is more later 2000s.
Yeah.
Like 2009, 8, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga, Katy Perry were already becoming huge artists. And they were on the scene around the same time. Gaga built her identity around avant-garde fashion, theatrical performances, dance pop anthems like, Poker Face, Bad Romance. Katy Perry was more colorful, radio friendly, kind of similar to, Britney Spears.
Yeah.
And she had songs like Teenage Dream, California Girls, and Firework. And here's one I think, at least early on, maybe a little bit later, they weren't always directly in competition, but I think people would reference them just because the time they both came out.
Yeah.
It was around the same time. And this was, the competition finally played out, not finally, started to play out, not only on the radio now, but you had, because of this time period, YouTube,
the digital age,
getting those views.
Yeah, 100%.
Social media was getting bigger, like Twitter, Facebook. I think MySpace might have been still around. I don't know if it was relevant anymore.
No.
But those, platforms mattered now.
Yeah.
That would count towards your popularity.
Absolutely.
So they would do all these wild things to get engagement now on social media, on YouTube, to really get their name known and build up their fan base. So, here we go.
Wait.
I'm good. I don't know.
I was looking at it. I was waiting.
This is tough.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, it's not.
There's a right answer, and we both know it. There's a right answer.
Do we? Okay.
Well,
let's see. We did not talk about this before.
No. And you want to go first? Go.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Lady Gaga.
That was the right answer.
I mean, hands down.
Yeah, it's
really.
Yeah, it's there's. Don't get me wrong, Katy Perry. I sing her music when it comes on. It's always catchy. It will always be that. I think she was the modern version of bubblegum pop that was much more easier. But she had a little bit more commercial, like she was easier for the radio,
Sure.
right? But I think Gaga was just it's amazing how versatile she is.
Yeah.
It's beyond scary.
Right.
Like everything that you can say, you can judge an artist on, she has it.
Yeah.
And not so her career probably started in the mid 2000s.
Yeah.
To today, she's still pushing the envelope.
Yeah.
She's still creating and still gives amazing performances. And also another thing that I think doesn't really get as much shine, she's such a great collaborator.
Right.
Like with whoever she, works with, I think she does a fantastic job. So yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, and I think for me, again, it's Lady Gaga is extremely talented vocally, but she's also a songwriter. She plays piano.
Yeah.
And again, not that these things make you a better musician, right? Because we've seen that. But like she just, like you said, extremely versatile and can do whatever it takes. Katy Perry, not my cup of tea. I really don't like any of her music.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not.
Firework?
No,
nothing.
It's like those songs to me when I hear on the radio, it sounds like it's just plastic. You know what I mean? Like it's so artificial.
Yes, I know what you mean. It lacks I say a substance. It's surface level.
Yeah, it's very
very
like,
surface
packaged.
Yes.
You know what I mean? There's just nothing there. So I generally just don't listen to Katy Perry.
Yeah, I get it.
But there's a lot of people that do like her for whatever reason, and she grew a big following. So she knows how to, I think, build engagement and knows how to use the platforms to get her fan base, which is a skill in itself.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't really see anything there.
I see. I get what you're saying. You're right on terms of like it's like it's commercially like replicated, like her music, and I get what you're saying. Whereas Gaga from the beginning, there was layers to her. There was creativity. There was artistry. You can tell she was pushing the envelope. She was challenging herself, and obviously since like whether it's Poker Face to any of her even recent stuff, obviously she just won a Grammy. She's always been that artist, in my opinion. Like the moment I see that name, I'm like, I know greatness is right there.
Yeah.
Like it was like I can't think of a song I've heard that I didn't like. Some I probably like more than others.
Right.
But I never felt that she could never hit the target.
Yeah.
I think it shows, like you said, we talked about, she has, like it doesn't mean you're a better artist or musician because you have a little bit more skills under your belt, but the fact that she has it and then she uses them at any given moment.
Yeah.
I think that's reason why I think we both lean Gaga on this choice.
Yeah. Hands down. So.
Yeah.
Oh, and okay, so I was wrong. That was not our last segment. Just my eyes are going.
It's okay.
We have this one. This is interesting.
Okay.
You wanna take this one in?
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. So we're continuing a little later into the 2010s.
2010s.
Yeah, 2010s. A little more recently. We're going with Tay-Tay versus. Sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. I'm sorry, everyone. Taylor Swift versus sorry, Katy Perry. I apologize, guys. One of the most, greatest rivalries in the 2010s, pop wise, if you want to say. It was originally just a conflict between the two because of backup dancers, but it became something public. Now, before we go any further, I think we both already know the answer to this, and let's just admit it before we go any further.
Yeah, we're
going to have to go Swift. Yeah.
T Swift.
The Swifties are going to like us for this one.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, it's Taylor Swift can write like lyrics.
Yes.
She's a great lyricist.
Yes. Very much. It's obvious.
for her style, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again, Katy Perry, it's just, what are you doing? Like, I don't know.
I'm
just
sure,
don't know.
I'm sure Katy Perry has like a diehard fan base.
Sure.
I just,
I don't know.
yeah. We're not. This is no discredit.
No.
I might defend her a little bit more than Derek on this one, but but it's when you're talking about skill level, songwriting, I say it's hard to compete against Taylor Swift. It's like even me, who's not like a diehard Swiftie, and I mean no shade, but everything I know with her is quality.
Right.
There's quality. And I could tell from, whether it's, like I said, my introduction to her was Bad Blood. Obviously she has a lot more hits than that, but that was my introduction to Swiftie.
Mm.
And she's always been layered with like quality and production. It's hard to go against someone who's like one lane versus someone who's diverse. Swiftie is more diverse than Katy Perry. So
again, it's Katy Perry, I'm sure, has some obviously she has a following, and a lot of people do like her music.
Mm-hmm.
But again, we're putting up her against somebody like Taylor Swift, who is a really good songwriter. And not only that, she's a great entertainer. She knows how to put on a show, and like her tours are ridiculous, and it's hard to compete with that.
Right.
So yeah, you got to go with T Swift.
You got to go Swiftie. Yeah.
So
Swiftie, you take this one.
It's not really. I mean, it's wild. I mean, Taylor Swift is just a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
And she built up this fan base, and I know there was this conflict over the backup dancers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Between her and Perry.
Yeah. Yeah. It was, I'm not really positive on where it started. That's what I was able to find out. But it's just like, that was interesting that would be the, I guess that's where the song Bad Blood came from, was referencing between that incident. But what I understand in my opinion is I didn't really consider them, not to be disrespectful, as much as I still like, I probably know more of Katy Perry's music, but I knew, in my opinion, she was punching up above her. She was punching up.
Oh yeah.
It was she. That's a different weight class. That's a different Titan. I don't think
you should not have been there.
No,
she should not have.
No, she should not have been in the ring. I mean, like I said, no offense to the Perry fans.
Yeah.
It's just even though I'm more familiar with Perry's music, I'm like, look, that's a different animal. You can't touch that one. I would stay out of the ring on that one.
But eventually they did. I think they kind of reconciled this whole thing. So, which is great. I mean, you have to, when you're this popular and this famous, and you're this in the spotlight all the time, you have to be somewhat of a good role model.
Yeah.
And I think whether it was something, I really don't know that much about the backup dancers. I think it was something like some were leaving Katy Perry to go to T Swift or whatever it was. You just have to recognize it and just be like, listen, we're professionals here.
Yeah.
Sorry, blah, blah, blah. Let's move on. Right? Like it's kind of silly. It gets to a point where it's like it becomes fake. It's like now you're just doing this to be fake and either get more views, more engagement, more money, possibly. So just like stop it, because fans are smart. They're gonna figure that out.
Right, 100%. 100%.
So
yeah.
Yeah, glad they figured that out.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Moved on. Because I couldn't sleep with this rivalry happening.
Yeah, for real.
So, I mean, that was, that's our actual last segment.
Yeah. We're done. We're done. Don't worry.
But I think it was interesting. Rivalries certainly in music can shape our experience as fans and have defined some of these careers.
Yeah.
And I think in ways have helped, right? Like I'm thinking Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. I think they both push themselves.
Yeah.
And because of that, have become at the time bigger than probably what they thought they were going to be.
Right.
So it can really help your career, or in some cases, like I think Katy Perry with this whole fight that they had
Mm.
probably didn't help her career that much.
No.
In the way she either was hoping or maybe not at all, but it
Mm.
just did not help her
Right.
in any way.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, so why do we think? And I guess I'm going to ask you this question: why do
Sure.
you think these rivalries appear so often in pop?
I think it's a mixture of if I'm being a little conspiracy, put on my tinfoil.
Wow.
I think sometimes the industry does that to incite a buzz,
Yep.
to incite fans to purchase more records or albums and listen, to now in this era for streaming purposes.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's half the answer.
Mm.
I think the other half is like genuine and like a genuine competition between two groups, two artists, and we're trying. And obviously, everybody wants to be the best. Everybody wants to have their music heard. Everybody, but after a certain point, when you get closer up on the mountain,
Yeah.
it becomes a smaller number of people who are in the same lane as you. So eventually, you're like, okay, I thought I was up top, and then I got another person or another group that's just as powerful or just as important as me.
Right.
I have to try to perform them, outsell them, whatever they can, whatever metric you want to use as your, winning metric. That's something that happens. We see it in hip hop, we see it in pop, and I think as this, personally, whether it's genuine or it's manufactured, I think everybody in music wins.
Yeah.
I think fans win. It stirs conversation. It stirs the topic of which band or which group or which artist has a better sound. What they have range? Is it technical ability? Is it artistry? Is it like versatility? So it's like it's always good because now we're starting to have those conversations, and I think that in my sense, everyone wins.
Yeah.
But what do you think?
I agree. I think a lot of it
Mm.
is the pressure of the industry.
Mm.
And I think a lot of it, especially now,
Yeah.
is manufactured. It's
Yeah.
fake.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's so many ways now of just engagement. It's like you got all the social media platforms.
Right.
Radio, which radio I don't think they use as much anymore.
Mm.
And then all the streaming platforms. It's just an easy way to get engagement. Like you just make a buzz about something.
Right.
And then there you go. You got an extra, 20 million streams on something.
Right.
So I think at least today it is manufactured and it's fake.
Yeah.
There might still be. I think there are still actual rivalries,
Mm.
whether it's conflicts on whatever,
Mm.
songwriting or similarities within songs.
Right.
That still exists. It's just the genuine rivalries I don't think are as frequent as we think they are.
Right.
So
I agree with that.
I think it happens for a purpose, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think now it's more manufactured than ever.
Right. And I will say you're correct that it's more. It's very rare. It's genuine.
Mhm.
I think I'll reference to one of the. I wanted to talk about it, but we have just so much to talk about in terms of rivalries. But another one was during the '90s, Jay-Z versus Nas, and to everyone in the time, everybody was either your team Jay-Z or your team Nas. Obviously, I was more team Nas, but we're talking about like these guys in the '90s and early and late '90s, mid '90s to late '90s, going into 2000s. We're talking about like titans, like the perfect lyricist versus the perfect rapper,
Right.
and you see and to us as fans, we enjoyed it because we saw these guys who are like the top of their game were rising, challenging one another. And back and forth, you're going to listen to everybody's newest single, newest album, and hear different things. So it challenges the artists and creates some of the greatest music we've ever heard.
Yeah.
And at the same time, like I said, it just creates engagement where I think, and that back then was over an actual genuine dispute. But where it comes today, when it comes to music, you're right. It's when you see it, it's like it feels like sold to you commercially.
Yeah.
And packaged to you. So I do agree with what you're saying.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's interesting. It's still going to keep happening.
Mm.
I guess we'll see what happens. Who's going to get into a fight next?
Yeah.
And if it's real or not. We'll see.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah.
Do you have were there any rivalries that
Mm.
were your favorites in particular?
It's hard to pinpoint. It's hard to pinpoint in particular because the only one I'm going to say that was my favorite, or the one that I pay attention the most, was the Jay-Z and Nas one that I just mentioned, because I grew up being a fan of both. And I've learned to respect both individually. So I saw their career from start to finish. Almost not finish. They're still going. And but I've seen, like, they were just different lanes.
Yeah.
And everyone was looking at both of them as the next guy. And Nas was always the person that he stayed in his own lane, where Jay-Z was making a lot of splash, a lot of, like, dominating the radio charts. So it was my favorite because I saw pen versus pen, penmanship, songwriting, song production. Both of these guys challenged each other, and they created such great classic hits because of that. So much stuff that we listen to today. But I think that will be my personal one because I followed both of their careers, and at the time it was like the hip hop and rap was just going crazy because to see two titans go at each other, and everyone knew leave them alone. Like, no one would ever try to battle them, but they were the two that I followed the most. Yeah. What about you? What do you think is your biggest rivalry?
I mean, I don't have one in particular that I think I followed closely. I think the whole, and this wasn't really a rivalry between bands. It was actually between band members.
Okay.
Oasis.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the two brothers just were fighting, and then they broke up. And then recently they got back together. Like 20-something years later. They finally were like, all right, let's just do this.
Bury the hatchet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the fight was just over how they actually wrote songs, and one brother didn't like, I think, the specific way they were writing songs, and then also I think money was involved. It was a whole bunch of things. So I think that was a fun rivalry because it's like they made this great song, Wonderwall.
Everyone knows it.
And then they were just like, you know what? I hate you. We're done. And then they come back 20 years later.
Yeah. That's fair. I didn't even know that they were beefing. That's crazy.
Yeah, they hated each other. They probably still do. I think they're just doing it now.
It's because it's just for, obviously, always.
So, but I mean, please email us. We do have a couple questions. So obviously the one we just talked about, which rivalry is your favorite? It could be any of the ones we talked about today, or maybe another rivalry that we haven't mentioned. And what rivalry do you think had the biggest impact on music history? So please email us at musicmusingspodcast@gmail.com. Give us your thoughts, and we will share out your ideas on our next episode.
Yeah. Can't wait to hear it. If you say the Britney Spears Aguilera one, please say the right one.
Yeah. Wow.
Sorry.
Sorry. But thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.
Take care.
Thank you for listening to today's podcast. If you have an idea for an intro or an outro that we could play on our show, please send to musicmusingspodcast@gmail.com.
If you have any questions, comments, or ideas, please email us at musicmusingspodcast@gmail.com.